Let me talk to you about this Sancho story anyway, because we've had a super chat about it, and the update is as follows. Manchester United, Chelsea are considering ripping up. This is also from Pete Hall. In iPaper says Chelsea are considering ripping up their 25 million agreement with Manchester United for Jadon Sancho this summer. They would have to pay a significant fee to get out of the deal. Manchester United do not want Jadon Sancho back and are planning for next season without him. Should he return, Ineos would want him to move on quickly to raise funds for Aram's squad overhaul. So, look, I'm quite relaxed about this. I am. But hello everybody, today's clip is supported by Sleeper. Before we dive in, let me tell you a bit more about Sleeper. This app is making serious waves. It was the #1 downloaded sports app in the US during the NFL season, even beating heavyweights such as ESPN and Yahoo. Sleeper isn't just popular, it's because they truly deliver the best fantasy experience. You get deeper customization, more league options, and all the bells and whistles that make managing your fantasy team a blast. But that's not all. Sleeper is growing a fantastic community with several million people using it daily for their sports fix. Sleeper has a broad appeal and is genuinely built for everyone. So, if you're looking to up your fantasy game, make sure to check out Sleeper by clicking the link in the video description. Trust me, you won't regret it. I do sympathise with Chelsea, by the way. You could argue that they're a little bit stupid, but I do sympathise with Chelsea in the sense that the obligation to buy thing was probably very naive, because imagine when we got Sabitzer on loan, if we'd had an obligation to buy. You come in on loan. We were going to do this. We were going to do this with Agate. And I said, don't do it. Fair play to me, right? I said, do not do that. We were going to do Agate with an obligation to buy. We were going to loan him, because remember, Agate deal just dragged on for ages. And I think it was Romano who said it. It got to a point where there was about a couple of weeks of the transfer window left, and a story came out that Man United may do a loan with an obligation to buy, so that they can get him. And I said, do not do loan with obligation to buy. And some people were saying, well, it's better than not doing the deal. I said, well, no, just do the deal. Don't do loan with obligation to buy. Because can you imagine the British press, if we'd got Agate and he'd had the season we'd just had, do you think everybody would be going, yeah, let's sign him now? I think there'd be people there going, nah, he's not been that good. We shouldn't spend £55 million on him. And that was my concern. I was like, if you bring a player in and he doesn't settle superbly, people will go, oh, we've seen him. He's not that. Yeah, I want a shiny new toy. And I think loan with obligation to buy is very, very dangerous. So I sympathise with Chelsea, but they signed that deal. I think what Chelsea thought was going to happen is Jadon Sancho was going to go to Chelsea, into London, points approved, freedom fighter, and for 25 million, he was going to be an absolute steal. And the reality is, they've seen what we've seen. For some reason, he just can't do it. And they clearly don't want him anymore. So they're probably looking at it and going, well, we've got to give Man United 25 million, but is it better that we give them 15 million or 10 million or whatever it is and we send him back? What I'm trying to say is I don't think Chelsea are wrong to send him back and pay the fee if they really don't want him. But we're not having him back either. So if we get a fee, and I don't know what it would be, then we can just move him on in the summer anyway. He's only got, what's he got, a year left on his contract? So yeah, I'm like, you know, I'm not that worried because I just do not see Jadon Sancho coming back to Manchester United being used. Malcolm, but it is. But look, what I will say is it's genuine and it's weird, and you don't normally see it. The fact that Chelsea are thinking about paying us money to take him back is an odd one. And you know, if you're Sancho FC, which maybe some of you still are, it's another low for his career, isn't it? But hopefully he'll do some good things for Chelsea over the next few weeks, and they'll keep him. Sancho wouldn't even start for Macedonian national team. I'd rather have a retired Goran Pandev, says Macedonian Ajav. Malcolm Kumar, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. And Maz Ruwiwa says, Sir Jim, I'm on a major sacking spree. Why should I keep you? Head of fitness. I'll work for free. Sir Jim, you're safe. How the stitches, says Curious Watchman, and hope you and the family are good. They're good. I'm just about there now. I mean, they're not coming out for another week, but I'm just about there in relation to, you know, being able to move around and stuff, which is good because I'm in Dublin tomorrow night for the live show. Hopefully going to see plenty of you there. Looking forward to it. Kenneth says, I wouldn't trust the fitness department with updates as they couldn't patch up a Delit the first time against West Ham. It was Brentford, because I was there, mate, Kenneth. I know exactly what you're talking about. The same injury policy happened with Ten Hag and before, says Tom Grant. Thank you very much. Brody was the one who mentioned the Sancho thing. Brody also says they went out and bought Kenda like a fart in the night. Silent but deadly. Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether I'm being naive here, but I'm not actually concerned about what happens with Jadon Sancho because, honestly, if he stays at Chelsea, we get 25 million. If they send him back, we probably... I wouldn't like to speculate, but we'll get a few million out of it. There's no point having obligation to buy. There's no point having obligation to buy for 25 million, but you can send him back if you don't like him and give us 1 million. Nobody would even bother. So if we've been in any way competent, I would say that it's an obligation to buy for 25 million. And if you send him back, you have to give us 50%, 12.5. And the way financial fair play is working at the moment, that's a stupid thing to do. A really stupid thing to do. Jadon Sancho's still mid-20s. If you're going to send him back to Manchester United, their own player, and give them £12.5 million, not many clubs can afford to just lose £12.5 million for nothing. They'd be better if you've got something and you don't really want it, but it has a value. Are you better off paying somebody to take it off your hands or paying 25 million and it's yours and then finding a way to sell it? They'll be financially better off not doing that. But yeah, it is a mess. It is a mess. Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.